कंप्लीट हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस, टेंशन नहीं, इंश्योरेंस लीजिए।
Now, even as investigative authorities scramble to freeze and seize assets belonging to Nirav Modi in light of the 11,300 crore rupee PNB fraud case, a man named Vijay Agarwal has been hitting the headlines for his statements. He is Nirav Modi's lawyer and claims there is no real case against his client. What makes Nirav Modi's lawyer so confident that the PNB fraud case will collapse in court? Well, to answer that question, I'm joined now by Vijay Agarwal. Mr. Agarwal, you have been quoted as saying that like 2G and like Bofors, this case will collapse as well. On what basis are you making this claim?
There are three reasons. One, the whole case is on the basis of that there was one gentleman called Shetty in the PNB, and the transactions are not in the books of PNB. Are you with me?
Yes, I'm listening.
Hello? Yeah. So the whole case is on the basis of this, that there is one gentleman Shetty in the bank and nobody in the bank knew about it. But please see, now it has become self-contradictory that they have arrested 5 people from the bank. One. Two is that this branch is an AGM level branch. Shetty is only a manager. Above him, he has a chief manager as well as a general manager. So to say, so in the court of law, I'll have to only prove that it was in the books of the bank. And I've seen various documents wherein I have the dark register number. So that means it is entered in the books of the bank. So it is in the knowledge of every person in the branch. So to say that it is not in the books of the bank is an incorrect statement, absurd, which is not going to stand for even 5 minutes in the court of law. Number two, the impression which is being given is that the bank did not know about it. Then the question which is going to arise is that the crores of rupees bank charges which the bank was pocketing on these transactions, for which there have been revenue audits, there have been internal audits, there have been circle statutory audits. So how the bank did not know that a branch is making crores of rupees from one client? So how, when there is no credit facility? So why the man is paying crores of rupees as bank charges? So this is the second point on which it is going to crumble. Third is that when the allegations are made, everyone talks of LOU. Nobody seems to have read the LOU. LOU very clearly states that it is not as if that the money is going from Allahabad Bank and Axis Bank directly to the people exporting to India. It is coming to the Nostro dollar account of PNB, and from there the money is going to the customer. So PNB is transferring millions of dollars. So that thing cannot happen with just one person's collusion. So to say that it is not in the books of the bank, and please realize that it is not a case of CBI, it is not a case of ED. At times, the CBI and ED officers become the complainant when the case is registered on a source information. This case is not registered on the source information, it is registered on the complaints of the PNB. So if I am able to show that PNB itself is wrong, the case is going to fall flat on its face.
Okay. So even assuming,
that's all I have to say in this regard.
All right. Even assuming that PNB knew and more officers within PNB knew that these facilities were being advanced to Mr. Nirav Modi. Now, I've looked at the FIR and he's been charged with, among other things, criminal conspiracy. It does not absolve him of the alleged charge that he did not return these loans or that he acquired them in a wrong manner or an illegal manner. That charge still sticks whether PNB knew or did not know.
First thing is that FIR does not talk of the charge. FIR is only an allegation. Charges are framed after the charge sheet is filed. Okay. So this question, I believe that is 50% technically incorrect. Number one. Number two is that the allegation is that the PNB did not know about it, is going to fall flat. Thirdly, not paying the bank's money is a civil transaction for which there cannot be a criminal offense. The question in the court, in a criminal court, is not whether the money has been paid or not. Thirdly, now the biggest defense point, I think ED, is given by ED. ED itself claims, a few days back, ED claimed that they have seized 5,600 crores. Now daily further seizures are coming. That means they have seized 6,000 crore rupees plus things. So that means the money was here all the time. So there is no diversion of money now. 6,000 crore rupees was lying here. They are saying that the Mr. Modi has run away. Why would one run away leaving the 6,000 crore rupees here on a silver platter to ED that, okay, come dear, seize it, I am going, thanks to you, take this money. Now PNB wants to recover the money, so let them take it from ED.
Okay.
So this charge of diversion also goes because ED is helping me. ED should become my witness.
As per Nirav Modi, what is the outstanding amount? Because there is a letter which has surfaced, PTI reported it, written by Nirav Modi, as per the news agency, where he says that my liabilities are much lesser. What is the amount of outstanding liability as per your client?
That you ask his accountant, you don't ask that from lawyer. But I tell you the FIR is 280 crore of rupees and CBI has made a statement in the court that this amount may go to some 5,000 crore of rupees. So I do not know where from the media is getting the figure of 11,000 crore rupees. Today I read somebody was saying 20,000 crore of rupees. So I really don't know how it comes. In 2G case, they started CAG saying 1,80,000 crore rupees. FIR was of 30,000 crore rupees. The charge was framed for 9,000 crore rupees, and at the end it was zero.
Okay. The 11,300 crore rupees...
It is easy to say figures. One can say any figures.
So the 11,300 crore rupees is coming because of Punjab National Bank's filing with the Bombay Stock Exchange, where they give a dollar amount of about $118 million, which has been converted as per current currency rates and brought to 11,300 crore rupees, though they do not name the parties in that BSE filing.
That's a very good homework. I am being criticized for at times being little aggressive on these shows.
Yes.
Because people are asking questions without homework. You have asked me the question with proper homework.
All right.
But please see, I am not to answer what PNB tells the stock exchange. I am to answer what PNB tells the CBI. So CBI complaint still talks of 280 crore of rupees.
Okay. In that case then, Mr. Agarwal, why has Nirav Modi written a letter saying that he is willing to sell his company Firestar, raise about 6,000 odd crore rupees and return the money? If it's just 280 crore rupees from what ED says, I think giving up a few of his assets would have covered that amount fairly easily.
That statement is regarding the civil liability. FIR is regarding the criminal liability. So the civil liability may be more, for which Mr. Modi wants to settle. It is very good. And moreover, now please tell me, how can you ask a man the same rupee from his two pockets? So when ED has taken away this money, now PNB should recover from ED. Why should they even ask Mr. Modi about it? PNB should make a phone call to ED and say that, oh, you've taken my money, please come back. And even otherwise, let me inform you, PNB has already got that money because ED, whatever the seizure they made, they have kept it in the lockers of PNB. All the jewelry of Mr. Nirav Modi's various showrooms seized is illegally kept in the lockers of PNB. Now the question is that whether PNB can sell it legally and recover its money.
Okay. The question now of whether Nirav Modi has escaped the country or not. The fact stands that when he left the country, there was no FIR against him. So I understand that. But now there have been summons to Nirav Modi from the Enforcement Directorate. There have been, notices given to him that his passport will be revoked if he doesn't answer. His passport now has been revoked. In light of all of this, Is Nirav Modi going to respond to the investigative agencies of the government of India, respond to these summons and come and present himself before courts here?
See, one has to create a conducive environment. The way the things are going, the way political statements are coming, the way the people, employees who have been arrested, they are being treated. Let me inform you that CBI has taken away the servers, and the servers they did not take away, they have pulled the wires so that the company doesn't function. There is a lady who has been arrested, Kavita. As per section 46 subsection 4 CRPC, a woman cannot be arrested after sunset and cannot be arrested by a male police officer. She had been arrested by one Mr. C. Damodaran and has been arrested at 8 p.m. So, if one feels that one will not get the fair investigation, though I believe in courts, I am going to advise my clients that investigation may not be fair, but the trial will be fair in India, I believe in law. So, but as far as till the investigation is going on and the charge sheet is, first charge sheet does not get filed. So, we are ourselves, by showing this kind of an environment, by convicting him, by judging that he is wrong only at an allegation stage, we are literally shooing away the man. Rather, we are sending the signal, okay, you don't come back. If you come back, you will be doomed.
So, will you be advising your client
if
to come back?
If somebody feels that, okay, he'll be investigated, to face trial, of course, I will be, but for investigation, despite being a man who practices law, the way things are going, even I cannot, with the pure heart, advise him to come back.
How often are you in touch with Mr. Nirav Modi, may I ask? And do you know where he is?
You said that, may I ask? Please don't ask. Please respect my professional ethics and my being bound by the client attorney privileged communications.
All right. Does that extend to his location as well, considering the government of India has stated that they're looking for him?
That does extend to it also, because client and attorney that is protected as per the Evidence Act, and I am bound by my professional ethics not to disclose the private conversations, private conferences, private discussions that I have with any of my clients.
Okay. I want to go back to a little of how this case first emerged, Mr. Agarwal. And reportedly, it has emerged because employees from Nirav Modi's office went to the Punjab National Bank Brady House branch and asked for a renewal of an LOU. And when they were asked for collateral against it, which is regular banking practice, they said, we've never used this. How could a gap like this emerge if a system has been going on for 11 years? Do you know what has happened there in the course of your studying for this case?
That's for PNB to answer. That's for not me to answer. And whatever you are telling me now, I have also heard it umpteen number of times. But all this is coming is a guesswork, and I will call it a cock and bull story or some Chandu Khane ka khabar. Because please see, this is not written in the FIR. Otherwise, when it has so happened, then PNB should say, we were sitting in the bank, they came for the renewal of the LOU, we asked them for a collateral, then they could not provide collateral, then we investigated the matter further, and then we found it. FIR doesn't say all of that.
So what is your version?
Then why, if it transpired like this, so the complainant PNB, please, see, I don't give my version. See, I defend cases.
No.
I never give my version. My case is to defend the allegation. My job is to defend the allegations.
No, sure. When I say your version, because right now you're the closest access.
I cannot follow.
You're the closest access anyone has to Nirav Modi. So what is his version of events if it's not like this?
Not to give. See, I'm not. Please see, in criminal law, you don't have to give your version. You have to only prove your prosecution's version wrong, which I will. Like a rock.
Okay. The investigations are still on, and at this very early stage, you are already saying that it is very weak. The legs on which this case stands are very weak. You yourself said that we'll have to wait and see what's in the charge sheet. How can you be so sure that investigative agencies will not prove criminal collusion, possibly bribery and corruption between officials of Punjab National Bank, perhaps other bank officials, and Nirav Modi?
See, I told you that the FIR is on the premise that nobody in the PNB knew. It was only one officer of the bank. So now they are contradicting. Please see. Allegation 1, that nobody in the bank knew. Why do you arrest 5 officers? Allegation number 2, the man has siphoned the money off. So where from ED gets 5,006 crore rupees lying here? So everything is so absurd and contradictory. In 2G case, they said that it is 200 crore rupees bribe. Then it was a banking transaction. It was done after it was reflected in the balance sheets. So one can say anything. And see, in they said that Raja had given the licenses. He was increasing the rural tele density. He was bringing the prices low. He was acting according to the TRA. He was acting according to the 5-year plan. So this is it. So initially the allegations are there. Please see, forget this 2G, forget this buffers. Please see the other heinous crime cases. Please see Arushi Talwar case. Is it not in front of you what happened in Arushi Talwar? Is it not in this Akshardham temple terrorism case?
Yeah, you know,
so
unfortunately, Mr. Agarwal,
initially they make a mountain out of a molehill.
I don't know if it's a mountain out of a molehill, or it's poor investigation, or investigative agencies could do a better job. There could be different opinions about that. But I have just one last question for you, and I understand right now you're speaking to me as someone who is legally defending Nirav Modi. It is your job to represent your client. I understand that, but are you able to distance yourself from the bigger picture and the high amount of emotion and anger this case has evoked in ordinary Indian citizens who feel gypped, who feel that a rich person, a connected person can do whatever he wants and get away? And perhaps people listening to your answers today will feel that this is being reinforced. Can you, as an Indian citizen, cut yourself off from that sentiment right now, Mr. Agarwal?
Very good question. First of all, there are Supreme Court judgments which say that emotions have no place in law. 1. 2 is that if you are becoming emotional, then you are losing your objectivity. That is why they say a lawyer should not fight his own case. Then only he can look at as an outsider indifferently on a particular person's case. 3 is that there is one thing that we are saying that this is the emotion. This emotion we are feeding to people. In 2G we said the 1,80,000 crore. In Bofors we made the government fall. Where does this emotion and the frenzy go when the people got acquitted? In today's date, I have seen something very strange happening. If a person gets convicted, people say, oh, itne saal baad nyay mil gaya. If the persons get acquitted, has anybody come and asked the accused ever that we took your reputation, we took your freedom, we are sorry about it? Now, this emotion of people after acquittal, how will they look into the eyes of the accused that without trial, as per without trial, we adjudged you guilty? We have Article 21 Constitution of India, right of fair trial, and our whole constitution and the criminal jurisprudence is based on the presumption that a person is presumed to be innocent till he is found guilty. In West, the person is presumed to be guilty. Our system is very clear system. We are a welfare state. A person is presumed to be innocent.
I understand
but the thing is that in people's perception, in media reports, the person is... Now you are interrupting me, dear. You are interrupting me, dear. I'm so sorry. You are interrupting. No, you don't understand. You are interrupting me. I have to explain. So this is it, dear, that people have to understand that it is the court's job to decide the innocence and guilt. It is not the job of the media to become judge. It is not the job of the people to have perceptions. They should wait for the outcome of the case.
Okay.
Please go ahead.
Yeah. I would just like to say that I understand innocent until proven guilty. But I think you must also take into consideration, Mr. Agarwal, that in this particular case, Nirav Modi now writing to PNB saying that it is your fault that I can't pay back the money seems a little strange. And it seems like he's cocking a snook at the banks and at the entire system, saying almost that how could you go and complain about me not giving back my loan? How would you justify that?
It is very easy. It is so commonsensical, and I am being asked for the justification. It is self-explanatory. I can be asked for the justification only by leaving the common sense in the cold storage. The brand has a value. Brand is built over years on the basis of a reputation. The brand value, I am told, was some 7,000-8,000 crore of rupees. So if PNB would have sat and discussed and found a solution to this, then the brand could have been sold for that kind of a sum. Now you rob a person out of his reputation, you rob a person out of his brand, you close all the showrooms. You please tell me, a closed business would fetch more value or a running business would fetch more value?
So should a bank wait
you
forever?
want something to fetch value for yourself and you want to close it.
No, so should a bank wait forever?
It has never been discussed. It was never discussed even. It is not the question. Is it a case, madam, that the bank asked for money and he did not pay the money, the bank could not do anything? In every case, we see that after a civil litigation, bank is not able to recover, then they go criminal. In this case, first of all, they go criminal. First of all, they write to the stock exchange. Bank has not yet filed the case anywhere. The account was a running good account. The account was not NPA. It is the first case of this kind that I have seen in my life, that the bank has gone legal, that to criminal, that to CBI, and making its officer scapegoat without even the account turning NPA. That means there was no default. Bank was getting its interest, bank was getting its charges.
So why do you think they've done this?
That's for them to know. My guesswork is, though I don't like guesswork, but because you are asking it, so my guesswork is that they wanted to avoid the liability to their co-bankers.
All right, we'll have to wait and see. That was Vijay
And
Agarwal.
please see, if the man is bad, why would he leave 5,600?
Well, why won't he come back then? If he's good, why won't he come back?
I told you, the environment has to be conducive. I think he's written to people that I'm worried about my security. Please see the way a woman employee is being treated.
All right.
So then what assurance the man has that he'll not be mistreated? So initially one has to gather courage.
All right, thank you so much for speaking with us. Vijay Agarwal there, lawyer of Nirav Modi, putting forward his case of why he thinks PNB fraud case is not going to go anywhere in the courts. Is that confidence justified? Well, we'll have to wait and see, and really hope that investigative agencies come together with enough for this to reach its logical conclusion.